Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Uh this your boy Isaiah. Coming to you again from Buckles Locker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all my videos. And make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. And also, if you want to donate to the Buckles Locker Facebook page and also the YouTube page, feel free to donate. All donations are welcome, big or small. Support the channel. We are pushing towards 3,000 subs. That is subscribers. We are getting close. We should be able to hit 3,000, folks, by the end of this season. So we're about 450, 475 away, 470 away. And if I can find 470 Pirates, Sea Bandits, Stick Carriers, Diehards, Buckaholics, all y'all need to come sub to the channel so we can reach 3,000. That's one of my goals for this year. We are almost there. Shall we begin with the Buckles Locker post-game review, where it's a breakdown of how the game went, the good, bad, and ugly. You know how it is. How's everybody doing in the chat room? I see you, man. Andrew, Keith, I see the regulars rolling. I see some new people in there too, man. Buccaneers for life. I see you, man. Davis Martin, I see you. Smash that like button. All 30 people just jumped in real quick. 30 more people just jumped in, hit the like button. Look, we're not going to do this today. What's up, Alan? Hit the like button. All these folks up in here. You know what? I'm not starting. I'm not starting till nope. I'm not starting. True Bucks fan, what's up, man? David C, I see you, man. Andrew, Young Deezy, Stanley, what's up, man? Super fast boy. Steven Quintana, I see you, man. Come on, man. Hit the like button. All y'all done jumped in this chat room and look, y'all better stop jumping in the chat room and not hitting the like button. We're not gonna do this today. You already know. Hit the like button. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get them likes up. Now, what should I begin? Where should I begin? Where should I begin? Ha. See if you don't know what the like button is, it's the little like button, like the thumbs up button on the channel. Like it's like a little thumbs up. You know, it's right below the video. If you don't know what the like button, if you don't know where the like button at, it's right by the video. So let me start talking about this game. Let me give a big shout out to everybody on the Bucks team. Offensively, defense, special teams, the coaching. It was a whole team effort. Finally, a lot of people showed up. So let me get to it. I'm gonna give Pacific shout outs, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm giving everybody a certain people shout outs, because they stood out a lot in the game. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it was the 49ers, you're supposed to beat them. Right. I'd rather beat a bad team than lose to a bad team. I'd rather for the Bucks to beat a bad team than to lose to a bad team. Have you seen the Bengals lately? The Bengals are done, and we lost to them. We lost to the Bengals. The Bengals are done. They got beat by the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Browns are actually pretty decent. So let that sit for a second, folks. If we beat the Bengals, we're 5-6. If we beat the Giants, you seen the Giants yesterday. The Giants is washed up. They had the lead and couldn't hold it. Eli Manning throwing interceptions. And the Giants lose the game to the Eagles. So if we beat the Bengals and the Giants, guess what, folks? We're 6-5. You see how the games work? You see how these games work? The one score games, you can't lose those games. Even the Steelers game, we should have beat them. We should be 7-4. But anyway, back to the game before I go on a tangent or tirade on the schedule. So the Bucks, as I look at these stats here, sometimes the stats don't tell the game. Sometimes you have to kind of like look at it closely. But I'm gonna give y'all a couple things here. I'm gonna give y'all some team stats, okay? How the Bucks completed the game, how we looked against a team that is pretty much not good. They're the 49ers, man. They're heading towards a top 3 pick probably. Reuben Foster been released. Their draft picks haven't hit. John Lynch has missed on a couple draft picks. George Kittle was his best draft pick, you know what I'm saying? But he's missed on a lot of them. The Garoppolo situation. So we beat a bad team, but I like that though. So we basically beat the 49ers in pretty much every category. All the major categories, like first downs, total yards, third down efficiency. We were 7 for 13, folks. 7 for 13 on third down. Let that sit for a second. 7 for 13 on third down. Come on now. 7 for 13. That is great. That's over 50% on third downs. And let me make this clear. A lot of y'all were saying the 49ers defense was trash and all this stuff. No, their scoring defense is not good. But their total defense, like yards, they don't give up a lot of yards. They're actually a good defense. They just don't have offense to keep the defense off the field. They're ranked like number 8 or 9 in total yards. Like, that's good. As bad as that team has been, and a lot of turmoil and a lot of player injuries, they're still a top 15 defense. Now, their scoring defense is like 27 or 28. So y'all can take that how y'all want to take it. It was against a good defense with good young players. They just don't have an offense to keep up with our offense. So don't try to downplay the victory like it was just like, oh, the 49ers are trash. Yes, they're not good, but their defense still play hard. So stop with the hate. We had 70 total plays. 70 plays. 412 total yards. 304 passing. 108 yards rushing. Even though it was only 3.5 yards a carry. 2 for 2 in the red zone. 2 for 2 in the red zone. Do you understand how bad we've played in the red zone? We've played very bad in the red zone for the last 4 weeks. And the only bad thing about this game was the penalties. We had 9 penalties for 70 yards. We got to clean that up, Dirk. And actually, this year, we're like one of the least penalized teams in the NFL. We're not like at the bottom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we usually be at the bottom because we undisciplined and we always beating ourselves with penalties and all that. We're not as bad as you think, folks, when it comes to penalties. Yes, I mean, we actually been pretty solid with the penalties, man. We don't have a lot of penalties, man. And also, we won the turnover battle. We didn't turn the ball over, which is great. Because I know a lot of y'all wanted to see Jameis Winston turn the ball over because I can tell, and I'll get to that in a second. And we had the ball for 34 minutes. We had the ball on 30. We had the ball. The Bucks had the ball for 34 minutes. Let that resonate for a second. It's a 60-minute game. 34 minutes. We had the ball. The TOP, time of possession. I like that, man. You see how like when good teams beat teams like the 49ers and the Raiders and the Jets, you don't hear other fan bases really complaining about it. Because other fan bases be like, yeah, we beat a bad team, but that's what we're supposed to do. But as soon as the Bucks beat a bad team, our own fan base is like hating on the win. Like damn, like y'all really hating on this win? Like, oh, it's the 49ers. It don't mean nothing. A win in the NFL means a lot. And we still in the playoff race, but our own fan base did not like the win. Let that sit for a second. We have people in these Bucks Facebook groups, and I watch them very closely. I don't say too much, but I just watch who says what. And we have people in the Buckaholics, Diehards, Stick Carriers, the Tampa Bay 1 million group, just ridiculous, like just bashing the victory. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is how you know the fan base is split down the middle. And I'm telling you why they acting like this. And I'm gonna get to that in a second. And I know the reason why a lot of these fans are acting like this win don't mean nothing. They don't care about the win. Oh, whoopie-doo, it's the 49ers. I'm gonna tell y'all why. And y'all know where I'm about to go with this. I mean, I can go get the evidence and show y'all why they acting like this, because it was the 49ers. But it's crazy to read this fan base and how much of mixed emotions they have against the team. And I don't even think it's the team. I think it's because of a player, a certain player that over 60% of the Bucks fans don't like. Yeah, I said it. I believe that 60% of the Bucks fans do not like a particular player. Let me be the first Bucks channel to say this. Majority of the Buccaneers fan base do not like one player. And we all know who that player is, but we will get to that in a second. Let me give some shout outs. Let me give some shout outs to some players, specific shout outs to the players that actually play good. And then we're going to get down to business on what it means moving forward, and we'll get to the other stuff in detail. Okay? So y'all sit back, and we'll get to that in a second. We will address that issue that the fan base have. So, I want to give a special shout out on the Buckos Locker page, YouTube page, to Mike Evans for getting over 1,000 yards for the 5th season in a row. He's on pace for 1,500 yards, folks. He gets the treasure chest for that. Mike Evans, I know you have had some bad games this season, and you also had some really good games. But congrats on getting 1,000 yards for the fifth straight season. Only, I think, 5 or 6 receivers has done that in NFL history. So Mike Evans, if he keeps this up, he's on pace to have a Hall of Fame career. How many Hall of Fame receivers the Bucks have? How many Hall of Fame receivers does the Bucks have? Don't worry, I'll wait. In this franchise's history, how many Hall of Fame receivers have the Bucks had? We got Mike Evans. He's on his way to being a Hall of Fame receiver, to having his jersey in the Ring of Honor. So big ups to Mike Evans. Shouts out to you. Also, a shout out to Adam Humphrey for catching the touchdown. He's been very consistent. I know I'm pretty hard on Adam Humphrey because of his limitations, but he is like a Wes Welker, a slower version of Julian Edelman. He does not drop a lot of balls, and I'm pretty sure his Pro Football Focus rating is pretty high because he don't drop a lot of balls. So he is very consistent, even though he has limitations on his skill set. But he does what he's supposed to do. He gets open. Wes Welker, Danny Amendola clone. You know? So shouts out to Adam Humphrey. I know I ride you hard, man, but you Mr. Consistent. I just don't like your speed. I don't like your speed. You're just not fast enough. You're not athletic enough. I wish you was like a little bit more athletic. Who else? Let's see. Shouts out to the Bucks defense. Ryan Smith, Isaiah Johnson getting interceptions. That's really good. Rookie Isaiah Johnson and Ryan Smith finally showed up. Got an interception. I like that. So 2 shouts out to them. Jason Garrett clap. Santos. A big shout out to Santos. He made 2 field goals and 3 extra points. 5 for 5. The kicking game did not cost us a game or any problems. So the kicking game came through. So, Caro, Santos. Special shout out to you from Buckles Locker. Brian Anger, 46 yards a punt. Here's what he averaged. So the special teams showed up. The punting game and the kicking game. So big shout out to the special team coach. I still don't like you. Just because you had 1 game. But I got to give you props. Being that the special teams did not give us any issues this game. Because every game it has gave us issues most likely. But is Santos a keeper? I don't know. I know everybody's saying he's a keeper, but we got to see some more consistency. You know what I'm saying? We got to see more consistency. But also, let me take a quick break for a second and say this real quick. I'm going to need y'all to get them likes up. We got all these people in the chat room, and I see y'all in the chat room, and y'all not liking the video? So what am I doing wrong? Let's get them likes up. I'm going to keep messing with y'all on that. If you haven't liked the video, I'm going to find out who you is. I can see that. I can see who hasn't liked the video, and I'm going to kick you out. I know who ain't liking the video. I'm seeing, I can see it right here. I see everything. I see dead people. Anyway, shouts out to JPP for getting 10 sacks. The first Bucks defensive lineman to get 10 sacks since Simeon Rice in 2000, was it 5 or 7? I forgot what it was. Damn, it's been that long? Damn, was it 2005 or 2007? I think it was 2005, wasn't it? Yeah. Think about it. That was a look. We in 2018, about to be 2019, and we just had our first 10 sack player since 2005. Let that resonate for a second, folks. Ay. That shows you how bad the defense has been on the D-line. Our D-line has been the weakest in the NFL in the last 13 years. That's crazy. Since 2005, we haven't had a guy with 10 or more sacks. Gerald McCoy has reached 8. I think 9 before, 7. But I'm saying, that's a long time. We can't find a path. We've drafted all kind of guys on that line. James Adams, rest in peace. Gerald McCoy. William Golson. We've signed free agents. And we just now getting a guy with 10 sacks. So big shout out to JPP. Well deserved. You are on your way to the Pro Bowl, just like Mike Evans. But God, that's crazy. The first guy to have 10 sacks since 2005? Whew. Had to blow. That's a long time, folks. So that's a real big deal. Another shout out to Carl Nassib. We found a gem in that dude. He reminds me of Joey Bosa. Carl Nassib, he's a relentless, high energy, high motor. He don't take plays off. And if we can get 2 or 3 more guys like him on that D-line, oh man, if the Bucks got up Jason, if whoever the GM is, whether it's Jason, whoever else on that, whoever takes over the GM or whoever becomes the player personnel director, you got to keep Nassib. He's a I ain't gonna say a poor man's Joey Bosa or Ryan Kerrigan, but he got like 6.5 sacks, I believe, like 5 or 6.5 sacks. Oh, okay. I see Stevens. Okay. So Ryan Nassib got 6.5 sacks. Now we just gave Vinny Curry all this money, and Ryan Nassib is outplaying him. So let me guess. I'm pretty sure that the way Vinny Curry contract set up, we can get from under that. Vinny Curry he reminds me of Robert Ayers Jr. Vinny Curry reminds me of Robert Ayers Jr. And you see why the Eagles did not give him no money? I can see why. Jason signed Vinny Curry based on potential, like what he saw in Philly. Because remember, Vinny Curry was a part of a rotation. He was not like full-time starter. So Jason got sucked into that Michael Johnson syndrome. Remember we signed Michael Johnson? I wouldn't be surprised we cut Vinny Curry. I would not be surprised we cut Vinny Curry this offseason and go younger and keep Nassib and give him some money. That dude got 6. He's not even a full-time starter. His snap count is not even over like 50%. He got 6.5 sacks, and we signed him late. Think about it, folks. Carl Nassib is nasty. Oh, we got a super chat by Jared J. He says, "What up, man? I'm a Falcons fan, but we practically in the same boat. I like your videos. Keep them up." I appreciate it, Jared J. A Falcons fan coming by and showing me some love. See, folks, why is other teams showing me some love and my own fan base is not showing the Bucs love? He likes my videos and he's from another team. So appreciate that, Jared J. I really appreciate that super chat. And folks, if you want to hit me up on super chat, hit the $, whatever you type in, it'll light up and I'll read it out loud to the whole chat room. So if you got anything you want me to specifically say to the chat room, hit the super chat button, type your message, and whether it's a quarter, just type it in there and I'll read it out loud. If you don't know what the super chat is, it's the box with the $sign in it. But appreciate that, Jared J. A Falcons fan showing me some love. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But anyway, yeah, I like big shout out to Carl Nassib, man. I think Carl's going to get 10 sacks. I think Carl Nassib is going to get 10 sacks. High energy, relentless, nonstop guy. Noah Spence needs to get with Carl Nassib and understand that's how you play D-line. Noah Spence, of course, he has more talent, more pedigree, and all that stuff like that. But Carl Nassib is a better player. Carl Nassib is the second best D lineman we got. Yes, I got Carl Nassib over Gerald McCoy. Yeah, I said it. Carl Nassib is playing a better game than Gerald McCoy. Yeah, I said it. Yes, Gerald McCoy, the Pro Bowl defensive tackle. Carl Nassib is outplaying Gerald McCoy, Noah Spence, William Golson, Vinny Curry, Bo Allen, Mitch. It is what it is, folks. And I'm telling you, if they don't sign Carl Nassib to an extension, 3 or 4 years, I'm going to fly down to One Buck Palace myself. And I'm going to yoke whoever the GM is and whoever the coach is up. Because I will be down there in 2 weeks for the Saints game. But anyway, once again, shouts out to Carl Nassib. Gerald McCoy, I think Gerald McCoy got like, 6 sacks? 6.5 as well? I think Gerald McCoy got like 6.5. Carl Nassib is 25. Carl Nassib is 25 years old. Whew. We can't let that dude go. How many sacks Gerald McCoy got? Let me check. Let me see how many sacks he got. Because I want to know, because I think Carl Nassib might got more sacks than Gerald McCoy. So Gerald McCoy got 6 sacks. Okay, so him and Carl Nassib is tied. So We might have 3 guys over 10 sacks. We might have 3 guys that get over 10 sacks. That's nice. So Gerald McCoy got 6 sacks. That's not bad. He's missed some time. So Gerald McCoy might be on his way to 10 sacks as well. His first 10 sack season, I think. So as I continue on my shout outs, another shout out to this is an underrated shout out because I was watching this guy throughout the game, and I already know where I saw one guy talk about it in the chat room, and I had my eye on him, but every time I turned around, he was making a tackle. Jordan Whitehead had 11 tackles. I wonder how he graded out this game. I think he graded out like the 80s or 90s with Pro Football Focus. He had 2 pass defenses and 11 tackles. Is Jordan Whitehead starting to show his potential? Is he starting to play better than Carlton Davis? I'm just saying, like, Whitehead was on it. Every time I turn around, he was laying the wood. I don't want to get hit by that heat-seeking missile. For a small dude, he packs a punch. He reminds me of, who does Jordan Whitehead remind me of? He got a little bit of Earl Thomas in him. Not the ball skills, but like the heat-seeking missile, like I don't care about my body type tackling. He'll fly up and lay the wood. Yeah, but there we go. Bob Sanders. Yeah, just a little smaller, but Bob Sanders was diesel. But yeah, Jordan Whitehead reminds me of Bob Sanders. Yeah, I like that. Let me give a shout out to Live Without Fear. That's a good one, man. Jordan Whitehead, Bob Sanders, with a little bit of Earl Thomas in him. He just got to work on his ball skills. And he'll be good. But shouts out to Jordan Whitehead. And I got 2 more shout outs. 2 more shout outs. This next shout out, I know a lot of y'all gonna like. A lot of y'all gonna like this shout out. I know. I've been on this dude I've been on him so hard. I've been on this dude so hard throughout the year, waiting for this dude to have a game. Vita. Oh, Vita. Vita. Maui. That boy showed up. Good Lord. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Vita was all over he popped out on the screen. I know he graded well with Pro Football Focus because he had 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack. And he disrupted a lot of plays, too. About time. And the 49ers O-line is pretty good, too. The 49ers O-line, run blocking wise, is very good. They're 3rd in the NFL in rushing yards per game. And Vito, he was all over the place. He finally showed his Washington Husky tape in the NFL. Via, a special shout out to you. You played very well, and I harped on you the whole season, wondering when you're going to show up. And I hope, I hope this is a confidence booster for you moving forward. And I want to see you play like that every game moving forward. Every game, I want to see you, Maui, Vita. I want you to play like that every game. Nobody can block you if you use your skills. You got a test coming up against the Carolina Panthers, and we'll get into that in another video. But I like what you did, Vita. You finally showed up, baby. See, it's not hard. Once you figure it out, get your legs under your body. He'll start. I didn't see Vita be on the ground as much as he used to be. He was getting off blocks. He was doing his job. So Villa, Carl, JPP on that D line, you showed up. And also on a side note, there was a Noah Spence sighting in the game. Noah Spence played a couple snaps, didn't do much, but he's out there. So that's a good sign that they finally kind of like let them play, because I think they know the season's over with, kind of. So they're gonna let Noah play to see what they got. He's getting a couple snaps because I don't think they're sold on Vinny Curry anymore. Vinny Curry's snap count was really low. So there you have it. And last but not least, Cameron Brate, a shout out to Cameron Brate too. He caught a touchdown. And last but not least, and Peyton Barber had a rushing touchdown. And last but not least, let me give a special shout out, my personal shout out to this guy, who I'm about to shout out. This guy has been under a lot of pressure, a lot of turmoil, a lot of hate from the fans, even from the media. Some media want to see him succeed, like Tony Dungy. Kyle Shanahan has gave him props. A lot of coaches like Jameis, and a lot of people in the NFL know that the coaching situation has not set him up for success. This guy hasn't had a solid running game since he's been in the league. I think he had 1 year with a good running game. The O-line has not been good the whole time he's been here. He hasn't had a good defense around him. The coaching staff has been, subpar, below average. But let me get a special shout out to Jameis Winston. As much as he's been through, that boy got a lot of mental fortitude. He has a lot of mental toughness, man. Like a lot of 24-year-old guys would have crumbled, like David Carr. As you can see, Derek Carr starting to crumble, Matthew Stafford. These guys are starting to crumble because a lot of pressure is being put on them. I haven't seen too many 24-year-old quarterbacks enter the NFL at the age of 20, 19 going on 20, and went through a lot of stuff he's been through. That's crazy. 24 years old. He got the fans hating him. He got guys like Rodney Harrison don't like him, think he should be out the league. Like LaDainian Tomlinson. Like this dude, I mean, he had a new baby. He got a wife, you know what I'm saying? And then he had the off the field issues in Florida State, which that's irrelevant to NFL. But then he had the grouping incident with the Uber incident. And every time I turn around, people are always talking negative about him. A lot of people in the group was bashing him. And Jameis, and the guy I'm talking about, folks, is Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston has been bashed by so many people from all angles. It is crazy how Tony Gonzalez is another one. It is crazy how people do not want to see this dude succeed for their own personal reasons. And they don't realize how bad this team has been put together around him. If you name all the good teams right now in the NFL, they got a lot of things in common. Running game, good coaching. Most of them have a good defense, good offensive play calling. The Bucs just inconsistent with their coaching. And a lot of people outside of the haters see it. Like, I guarantee you, if we was to cut Jameis Winston, which is a possibility still, even at 24, I guarantee you he get picked up. I guarantee you a team that needs a quarterback will pick up Jameis Winston in a heartbeat. Jacksonville will be the first to pick him up. The Giants. Come on, man. Even the Patriots. Are you kidding me? The Broncos. The Redskins. Come on, folks. Like, let's not. I mean, let's just sit back and think, man. Like, because I was reading I was reading some of the Bucks Facebook pages and their fans and that and then in them groups. My gosh, man. A lot of people do not like Jameis, man. Like, it is bad, man. Like, they was downplaying. This dude was 29 for 38 for 312 yards, 2 touchdowns. He took 1 sack. Jameis Winston could have been sacked a whole bunch. The 49ers was getting so much pressure, but Jameis has improved with his pocket awareness, his escapability. He could have been sacked at least, I counted, 6 times. That dude was avoiding a lot of sacks. That the offensive line pass blocking was so inconsistent yesterday. It wasn't even funny, man. Like, the dude was running for his life, scrambling outside the pocket, making tough throws across the body, showing y'all his potential. And I was reading somebody's comment in one of the Bucks Facebook pages, and they said, "Well, what you saw in Jameis is the best you're going to get out of Jameis against bad teams. Is going to look like that." Can't even congratulate him, man. Like, I was like, and then to read all these comments about Jameis, and I'm gonna say this to a lot of you Bucks fans out there that don't like Jameis. What are you going to do if the Bucks re-sign him? Huh? What if Jameis finished the season strong? What are you gonna do when the Bucks re-sign him? I'm very curious. Because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start screenshotting a lot of you guys that bash Jameis, and I'm gonna keep it in my files. And I'm gonna be waiting on you in the woods to say something. If the Bucks resign Jameis, I want to know what you're gonna say. So be careful what y'all say about Jameis. If he's on the team, I'm going to specifically call out a lot of you guys. And I'm watching. I'm going to start screenshotting. I'm starting stashing some bad comments about Jameis. Because if the Bucks resign him, I'm going to tag all you guys in one of my comments in one of those Bucks Facebook groups. I'm going to tag all you guys and say, what are you going to say now? Because if the Bucks resign Jameis, you're stuck with him. Now what you going to do? What you going to do? Now if the Bucks release him, or they going to come out the woodworks. Oh, we so happy he gone. Oh, I didn't want him in the first place. That's not my quarterback. You know what's so crazy? Some of you still want Ryan Fitzpatrick playing. It is crazy how much Jameis hate in these groups, man. It's not even funny. It's to the point that a lot of it is personal. Like, these guys don't even know Jameis like that. Media, the narrative, don't talk nothing good about Jameis. Always bad. And has brainwashed a lot of these guys about Jameis. People think Jameis is a bad guy. People think Jameis is a bad guy. Like, literally. 24 years old. He's a bad guy. He's not going to change. He is who he is. It's bad. And a lot of you ought to be ashamed of yourselves, man. A lot of you should be ashamed of yourselves, man, that y'all took this Jameis Winston hate personal. Anytime somebody talks good about Jameis, you guys jump up and try to bash it. Going after this man, family. He got a baby boy, a wife. Like, really? Y'all hate him that much? Oh, let me guess. It was because because of the Bengals game, right? When he threw 4 interceptions and that pick 6 broke your hearts. That was a straw that broke the back. What can't kill you will make you stronger. Jameis is one of the strongest mentally prepared quarterbacks in the NFL. He took over a franchise that has not been used to winning. Every quarterback Every quarterback the Bucs have had has never made it to a second contract. See, I'm not even gonna see. You know what? Let me address one guy in the group that just said something. Dexmon 817. I'm not gonna go that far with it. I could, but I'm not gonna do that on this channel. I can talk about that part of Jameis, but I'm not gonna do that because that's not what my channel is about. But I know where you're going with that. I'm not even gonna talk about that. That's too deep. We're gonna keep it football. But it is crazy. Every Bucs quarterback that has been signed by the Bucs let him go, and they go on to be successful. Steve Young, Doug Williams, Trent Dilfer, Vinny Testaverde. Like, I get it, these quarterbacks has not been the best, but Doug Williams and Steve Young, really? I mean, yeah, we had some misses, Bruce Kukowski and Josh Freeman. Yeah, we had some bad ones, but we can't keep doing this, man. I'm not saying let's sign Jameis right now because he still got, 5 more games to prove himself. But let the man finish the season out. And if he finishes out strong, more than likely they're going to re-sign him. If he don't finish out strong, then they're going to cut him. It's simple as that. But a lot of you need to just go ahead and ride it out for the next 5 games. If you have nothing good to say about him, he's trying to help us win games. If you have nothing good to say about him, let it go. Save your comments. You're wasting your time showing hate. Because you showing a lot of us Bucs fans that do like James or have some type of faith in him or kind of back him, you showing your true colors. And I'm not going to go that deep with it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go that deep with it. I'm going to keep it football. Because we all trying to win. We all trying to win, right? We all trying to be on the winning bandwagon, right? I believe James is not out there trying to throw games. He's trying to help us win. He wants to win so bad. He tries to do too much. When we get it, if James can cut down these turnovers, he's going to be a fire quarterback. But the one problem I have with him, his inconsistent play. I know it. He's very inconsistent. Now remember, last season he did the exact same thing. The last 5 games last season, he was the top quarterback in he was the top 5 quarterback in all the major categories the last 5 games of the season last year. And that was supposed to lead into a big season this year. And you know what messed Jameis up? The 3-game suspension. The 3-game suspension threw him completely off. He was due for a breakout season, finished the season strong last season, and then all of a sudden the NFL brought something up that happened over 2 years ago, and they brought it up, and they suspended him 3 games. And that was the downward spiral for Jameis. Then Ryan Fitzpatrick came in and did his Ryan Fitzmagic and put up 400 yards, 3 straight games. And, everybody's talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick and, he's the quarterback. Jameis was in trash. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick just started messing up. His record as a starting quarterback for the Bucs is 2-5. Jameis is 2-2. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of y'all might not agree with it. Those games that Ryan Fitzpatrick lost, I think Jameis would have pulled through. For those of you that think Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than Jameis Winston, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. So sad. You actually thought Ryan Fitzpatrick was better than Jameis Winston. Not in a million years. You can give me 100 tries. I'm always going to pick Jameis Winston over Ryan Fitzpatrick. Period. So what I'm basically saying to you guys is get behind the quarterback. If you don't like him, roll somewhere else. Go find another quarterback. Matter of fact, I know what it is. It's you Mariota lovers. You still wish Mariota was here. That's why Dirk Cutter will be fired. Yes, we won this game. Yes, it feels good to win the game, but Dirk is still out of there. Dirk didn't like Jameis. Dirk is from the West Coast. He coached at Oregon. For those of you that don't know, with Rich Brooks, Mike Bellotti. That's his coaching tree. Rich Brooks, Mike Bellotti, Dirk Cutter, Chris Peterson, Chip Kelly. They were all under Mike Bellotti at Oregon. So there's an Oregon connection for Dirk and Marcus Mariota. And I always will believe that Jameis Winston will be better than Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota, his worst enemy is durability. Jameis is one of the most durable quarterbacks in the NFL. So we're gonna see, folks. We will see. But back to the game, because I know I went off. I had to specifically address that guy because the guy been through a lot, man, and a lot of y'all just don't like him. There is people in this group that don't like him. In the chat room right now that don't like Jameis. I guarantee you, man, if the Bucks cut Jameis Winston, he will be picked up in a heartbeat. And I don't want to be the guy that said I told you so. Every season, Jameis has improved. I know some of y'all point out the interceptions and all that stuff this year, but when you miss 3 games and you get benched, and like Jameis had that one really bad game against the Bengals, he got benched. That kind of hurt him. Like that hurt him. Like that hurt him pretty bad. That hurt him pretty bad. When he said it. He was humbled by that. He was trying to do too much. He was under pressure. The fan base was on him. The coaching staff was on him. He couldn't handle it. By him taking these games off and letting Ryan Fitzpatrick just mess it all up, he came back mentally strong. There's a lot of quarterbacks that had some off the field issues that came back pretty strong. Big Ben Roethlisberger, early in his career, he had a lot of issues. Look at him now. Now, granted, the Steelers organization is way better, leaps and bounds than the Bucs organization. So Roethlisberger was in a better situation with a better coach and a better defense. Jameis came in with trash defense, trash coaching, not a good running game, not a good low line, not a good defense. So not good owner. The owners are not good. You put Jameis with the Steelers, Mike Tomlin will take Jameis Winston in a heartbeat. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mike Tomlin will take Jameis Winston in a heartbeat. I can name a few quarterbacks that had a lot of issues early in their career. But we're not going to do that. You know, Peyton, Andrew Luck was turnover prone, but he had better coaching. So let's be careful, folks. Let's just let this season play it out. And if we do keep Jameis, put him under a better scheme and a better coaching staff, I guarantee he'll play a whole lot better. Because this current offense is very, very, very high demanding, very risky. A lot of risky throws that a lot of quarterbacks can't make. Look at Matt Ryan's numbers, the 3 years that he's with Dirk, and then look at Matt Ryan numbers after Dirk left. MVP, less interceptions. Like the stats are there, folks. When Matt Ryan was under Dirk Cutter as the OC, when Dirk was the OC in Atlanta, Matt Ryan had like 15 interceptions, 18, 14. Like he got a lot of interceptions under Dirk Cutter because of that offense. It's pass heavy. Pass heavy. And I believe Jameis can make throws. But damn, 40 times a game, 45 times a game, the more times you throw the ball, the higher chances you are to get intercepted. A la Big Ben. Did you look at Big Ben Roethlisberger stats yesterday? Big Ben threw for 462 yards and they lost the game. He threw 2 interceptions, costly interceptions. Big Ben threw the ball over 50 times, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think he threw the ball over 50 times. He had 462 yards and he lost the game. Give Jameis a solid running game, a better running back, a couple pieces on the O-line on the right side, Slide Donovan to the inside. Give him a better defense. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. You can see it. I'm just letting y'all. I'm just giving y'all facts, folks. I know some of y'all don't like it, but it's facts. If you upgrade some pieces on that defense, we're gonna be pretty good, man. Think about it. If we had a defense that ranked 22 and up in scoring, we will be 7-4, 8-3. A halfway up. If we had a defense that fell between 18 and 22 in scoring defense, if I'm gonna tell you right now, if Jameis finished this season strong, the last, starting from yesterday until the last game, if he goes like 15 touchdowns and like 3 interceptions, he's probably staying. And they're gonna probably get rid of Dirk and most likely Jason Light. If there is anybody that we can upgrade this team, get him. But you know what? Let me address something real quick. And I've seen some people talking about this. Deshaun Jackson. Dude, if you don't want to be on the team, man, go away. Bucko's Locker is telling you on YouTube Live. If you don't want to be on the team, go away. If you don't like Jameis Winston, go away. They're going to pick Jameis over you 10 times out of 10, Deshaun. He's such a crybaby. He does not give maximum effort. I'm sorry, folks. I got to do a segment on him. He is so disappointing, man. He pouts all the time. That's why his snap count has dropped. They are phasing him out. I wish they would have traded him. I wish they would have traded Deshaun Jackson. I wish they would have traded Deshaun Jackson during the trade deadline. That dude is a cancer. He's done it everywhere he's been at. Philly, Washington, now the Bucks. It's all about me, 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 me. Don't nobody got time for no diva. Give me Chris Godwin 10 times out of 10 over Deshaun Jackson right now. As a matter of fact, I know why he mad. Because Chris Godwin had more snaps than him. You being phased out, Deshaun. Are you mad? Are you mad? You being phased out the offense, man? The only time you get put in there is to run some out route or deep route. You mad? You mad, Deshaun? Your time is coming up, fam. Your time. I cannot wait for them to release Deshaun Jackson. Oh my goodness. That dude is oh yes, right. He hit a reverse too. Out route, a reverse, or a deep ball. And if the ball not dropped in his bread basket, he's not going to fight for the ball. Jameis Winston was 3 for 8 throwing to Deshaun Jackson. 8 targets, 3 receptions. Everybody else, he was 26 for 30. I believe Jameis threw a couple dirt balls on purpose. It's just the way the ball came off of Jameis' hand. I don't know if y'all peeped that game. I don't know if y'all peeped that, but he threw a couple dirt balls. Deshaun was open, but he threw a couple dirt balls, and you can see the chemistry. You can tell they don't like each other. You can tell. You can tell they don't like each other because Jameis Winston always makes those throws to Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, OJ. He makes those out routes. He did. I think he did it on purpose. I think Jameis threw a couple dirt balls to Deshaun Jackson on purpose. I mean, he literally threw a dirt ball. You can see Deshaun Jackson's frustration. You can tell they don't like each other. You can tell. You can tell they don't. I don't care what nobody say. I believe James just don't like throwing to him. I guarantee you they don't talk in the locker room. Jameis Winston and Deshaun Jackson do not have a relationship outside of the locker room. Jameis is cool with Mike Evans, Cameron Brate, OJ Howard, Adam Humphrey, Justin Evans, Chris Godwin. Jacquez, Peyton Bar. He cool with everybody but Deshaun Jackson. I'm telling you, he don't like him. Just the way he throws the ball to him. He doesn't throw the ball like he throws to everybody else. He was 26 for 30 throwing the ball to everybody else. 4 incompletions, 30 attempts. Threw to Deshaun Jackson 8 times. 3 completions. Bye-bye, Deshaun Jackson, and your $11 million. Because it was a 3-year, $33 million. And I'm telling y'all, go back to my Deshaun Jackson video when he got signed. The Bucs should have got rid of him in the offseason and should have made Chris Godwin the starter. I'm telling you, they should have made Chris Godwin the starter from the jump. They should have. This is one of the reasons why Dirk will get fired. Player personnel moves. Everybody in the NFL knew Chris Godwin had. Chris Godwin is like a Juju Smith-Schuster. Chris Godwin is the NFC version of Juju Smith. The difference is the Steelers use Juju Smith more than the Bucs use Chris Godwin. If you put Chris Godwin out there full time, that dude he can catch everything. Chris Godwin is way better than Deshaun Jackson right now. He's a more complete receiver. He blocks, he catches, he'll take a hit, he'll go over the middle. Deshaun Jackson do not want to get hit. Chris Godwin is the Juju Smith-Schuster of the NFC, but hasn't got the opportunities because of Dirk Cutter. One of the poor offensive decisions he's made, calling plays, not playing Chris Godwin more, playing Jacquizz Rodgers too much, left Caleb Benton out in there too long. Like, come on, man. Dog, we got youth on that receiving core, man. We don't need Deshaun Jackson. I'm telling you, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to see a thumb specialist, right? He's tapping out, folks. Does anybody know about that situation with Deshaun Jackson? Is he going to see a thumb specialist? I want to know. Does anybody know about that? Did anybody do any research on that? I think he's going to see a thumb specialist. Like he's like, oh, my thumb hurt. Oh, that. Okay. See, I was right. Yeah, okay. So it is true. He's going to a thumb specialist. This is what I'm talking about, folks. You know what's about to happen next. Most likely he will go on IR. Oh, my thumb hurt. He tapped out. Trust me, Deshaun Jackson will tap out in the next week or two. He's had it. If he taps out, release him now. Now, anytime you get hurt and the first initial MRI comes out like iffy, if you have to get a second opinion, that's not good. Because the first diagnosis was probably bad and he wants to get another opinion. Yeah, I'm going to say IR, please. And if he goes on IR, cut him. He didn't even come back with. Oh, he in New York? Oh, Lord. So he went from Tampa to New York to see a hand specialist? Are you kidding? So he couldn't go to Tampa General or St. Joe's? This dude he's in New York seeing a hand specialist about his thumb versus staying in Tampa. Put him on IR right now, man. Put him on IR right now. I'm telling you, folks, that boy checking out. He don't want. And somebody said something. I don't know if they was out there watching the game. Did Deshaun Jackson run off the field when the game over? Did anybody see that? Like he was the first one off the field and the first one in the locker room. Did anybody see that? Did anybody catch that? Did anyone of y'all catch that? This dude, when the game was over, he dashed off the field. And from what I was told, and from what I was following, he was the first one in the locker room. Dude, We just got a victory at home. This dude straight to the locker room. Faster than Deion Sanders. Finished the 40 quicker than Deion Sanders. He ran to the locker room, got dressed, and left. The first one to leave the locker room. Oh, let me guess, it was his thumb. So I got to get out of there to fly to New York, out of all places, for a thumb specialist. Really? He was out. They say he ran so fast, he was acting like Barry Allen, the Flash. That's right, Steven. Barry Allen, the Flash. Matter of fact, the reverse Flash. He was gone. He done. He mad. We make touchdowns. I don't see Deshaun Jackson really celebrating with the team. And he just feels like it's almost like, let's be real, folks. He's there for the check. He's checked out. He's there for the check. That was a fake celebration. Anyway, but as you can see, I'm not a big fan of Deshaun Jackson. I had to make a special segment about him. I'm tired of his social media posts, his cryptic posts that he be throwing out there, low-key shade or low-key hate, whatever you want to call it, not being a team player. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised once he get cut. He's going to talk so much noise about the Bucs and Jameis Winston. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. The minute he get cut, the minute he get a chance to get on a mic in front of a reporter, he gonna say some stupid sugar honey iced tea about Jameis Winston in that locker room. I'm telling you, the Bucs should have traded him, and teams would have took him too. We could have got like a 6th-round pick or a 7th-round pick or a 5th-round pick for Deshaun. And for some strange reason, Dirk kept wanting to hold on to Deshaun Jackson, and we got Chris Godwin and Justin Watson. But I'm telling you, Deshaun Jackson is going to bash that organization. He's going to bash a lot of people in that locker room. You can tell the locker room don't like him. I don't see no interviews with him, with the players, and nobody talks to Deshaun. First of all, he's a West Coast guy on down south in Tampa. You think he like hanging out in Tampa? I guarantee he ain't got that many friends in Tampa. Like home-based Tampa friends. Ain't nobody messing with Deshaun Jackson. But anyway, enough about Deshaun. So there you have it, folks. The Bucs pull out a victory against the 49ers, 27-9. The Bucs record now goes to 4-7. And we have the Carolina Panthers coming in town. This is the second of 3 straight home games. And then we follow up with the Ravens and the Cowboys. So we got, let's see, the 49ers, the Panthers, the Saints, the Ravens, and the Cowboys. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Our season is pretty much coming to an end, and hopefully we can finish strong. And Carolina just took a loss. But I'll get into that in a separate video. I'm trying to matter of fact, speaking of the Carolina Panthers, let me call somebody out from the Carolina fan base. A particular guy that has a YouTube channel. I've been trying to get him on a YouTube video collaboration. He goes by the name of Pat Coltrane. Pat Coltrane. It's your boy. It's your boy. I'm calling you out, man. Are you running for me, man? Do you want to do a collab video between the Bucs and the Panthers preview, man? Or are you running scared? Huh? Are you running scared, man? I'm calling you out on my channel. Pat Coltrane of the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to need you to report front and center to Bucko's Locker so we can discuss the Panthers versus the Bucs game this week. Don't run from me. I will try. Liam Neeson taken. I got a particular set of skills. I will find you. I know where you at. I won't be trolling you this week too, man. I will be trolling you, Pat Coltrane. to get you on this YouTube channel so we can talk football between the Carolina Panthers and the Buccaneers. Okay, Pat Coltrane, I'm coming for you. I will find you. Anyway, shouts out to everybody on the Bucks. Good victory, good team victory. And also, fans, please show up to the game Sunday against the Panthers. I do not want to see a lot of Carolina blue and black out there. Fans, show up to the game. Good Lord. I'm tired of seeing teams all in our stadium taking over. The stadium got to get better, man. The stadium got to get better. Anyway, this your boy, Isaiah, coming to you again from Bucko's Locker. Subscribe, like, comment, share all my videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. And if you want to donate, the description links are in the description box. Or the links are in the description box. Buccaneers, Bucko's Locker, Facebook page. Follow me on that as well, or follow that as well. I will share the video to that page. Like all my videos too. With that being said, let me give me some shout outs in the chat room. I see a lot of people in the chat room, and the likes is not matching up with the likes in the people in the chat room. T Brave fan 2008. I see you, man. Wash, rinse, and repeat. That's my trademark. Yes. I got it down pack. And you will hear it every video. Andrew, what's up, man? Where everybody at? Grizz Low, one of my shooters. He in the building. No. I'm gonna keep doing that. It don't matter. The channel's still gonna grow. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Alvin, I see you, man. Who else in the chat room? Before I get off this video, just gonna give a couple shout outs to my subs and my followers. You know what I'm saying? Ish is his number one. Okay, I see you, man. Keith, I know. Keith, I know. Yeah, I see you, Keith. I know you in here. I ain't got to worry about shouting you out. Ice Skin Ghost, Eli, Joseph Stokes the second. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, man. Lightning Films. I see you. Oh, Light Skin Ghost. Oh, Chi-Town in the building. Chi-Town, I see you, man. Hip Hop Fresh Forever. Skull Gang, I see you. Who else in the chat room? Darius, what's up, man, from New York? Jawan Neal. No, I'm not from New Orleans, man. I'm from Tampa, born and raised, man. I just live here. I'm not from here. I just live in New Orleans. I see Jamal. I see you, Jamal Jones. DC in the building. Andrew from Tampa Bay. I'm from 813 Hillsborough County. Nucio, Slide Junior High, Greco, King High School, Silver Springs, Calhoun Elementary, Van Buren. I'm just saying. Temple Terrace, USF, Fowler, 56th Street, Sly, Trefo, Deuce, College Hill, Ponce de Leon, Jackson Heights, Grant Park, Nucio. I mean, come on, man. Like 43rd. Yeah, what's up, Mark? Mark Angel, like MVK Angel, Warden High School. Boo. A-Rod Haynes, Palm River. I've been out there, Claremelle, Palm River area. I see you, man. Boats and hoes. I'm going to keep doing it, man. Big AZ Steel. 321. I see you, man. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving some shout outs to my subs, man. Spend a little time with y'all, man. Clearwater, I know where you at, Andrew. Clearwater. Jonathan, I see you, man. What up, man? Super fast boy. Tampa Bay Tech. T-Bay Tech. Grislow, Plant City. I know where you at, Grislow. Plant City. Steven, St. Pete, Merck City, Armwood, Jermaine, 813, Temple Terrace. That's where I grew up at. I mean, Summer Springs and Temple Terrace, Lucio, Fishbowl, A-Rod Haynes, Blake. I see Blake High School. I see you, man. I see you. But anyway, I had a good session with you guys, man. Yes, indeed. To all my pirates and my sea bandits, I want y'all to fire those cannons and siege the day. Buckles Locker, over and out.